Hello friends, welcome back. We are here at the exit to Castle Gestir. Let's find Brune the Bard and deliver his mother's letter, or I guess his father's letter to his mother. Oh, he's way back at his camp it seems, okay. So let's see if we can quick travel. Yes we can. Back to Odie's camp. Not sure who Odie is, have we met him?
What is it? Well, I expected to see a lot of things out here in Caelid, but not the hero of Melsenshire. What brings you this far south? I am Sergeant Odie, twice decorated officer and now civilian escort. I guess you could say that I'm really working my way up the chain of command.
Interesting that he's not a quest giver. Like, I wonder what he did to get stationed out here. Tell me of yourself, Odie.
No one has called me by my given name in years. I'm just Sergeant now. Been that way for a long while.
Tell me of
I
yourself,
used
Sergeant.
to be a healer, but lost my gifts when the war came. Something about all the carnage, the death, it bled the magic right out of me. So I took up a sword. It was all I could do. We all need to carry our own weight in this tragedy. And mine is to fight.
Interesting backstory for what seems like a random NPC. So now you're an escort.
I have allowed 2 citizens to travel within my unit, which I probably should not do. But I have a weakness for those in need. Guess it comes from my past as a healer. Oh, Brune the Bard is not so bad. I actually knew him as a kid, if you can believe that. He is a little excitable, but harmless. I cannot say the same about Alof, the hunter. Strange sort, that one. He insists on staying outside our camp. Says we stand in the way of his quarry. To each his own.
Yes, the guy who's trying to get the big old Bulgan, which will probably kill ourselves. Anything else I should know about the Caelid coast?
Oh, I never should have ended up here. My family's ship was tossed into the cliffs during a storm, and I was the only survivor.
Oh,
The Ancillars saved me. They raised me as one of their own. I may not be native to these lands, but they are the closest thing I've ever had to a home.
alright. Nice meeting you, Sergeant.
Farewell.
Be well.
Hello.
Alright, Brune. I like how he's like right there within earshot being talked about.
You have gone through much to bring me this, only to watch it destroyed. But it must be done. You understand? This letter proves that I am an heir to Gastir, and an heir to his heartlessness. He gave my mother everything, when all she wanted was his love. And now, she's gone. You are my friend. You may not agree, but that is what I choose to believe. You have helped me more than anyone has. I will remember you. I hope you will remember me.
I will, Brune, and I wish you well. And yeah, what's in the letter is really none of my business, so that's between him and his
Goodbye.
deceased parents, I suppose. Alright, so we have the Bulgan's Eyes, so let's summon him, and then Damelrock is the faction quest, so we should have some pretty fun quests coming up. Let's start with the, okay, let's start with this one. Worthy of Chernabog. And we'll bring out Axie. Gonna ignore those chests and just keep going. Not really too much of a point at this stage in the game. And there's the hunter. Let's say you, Olaf. Maybe we should fight him together? Here he comes. Our little story there. Oh, I think Axie got the kill there. Good job, Axie. The true hunter. I'm just curious what this set does. +2 to might, that's pretty cool. Not a bad might set, although, again, crafty gear is going to be a lot better. Alright, what say you, Ilif? Anything? Oh, he's not speaking. Okay, well, guess he's not too happy with me right now. So this is that area we were in before. I guess it's just like the scene where you summon him. I guess that, okay, that makes sense. The door is where he comes out of, but you can't go the rest of the players, so that explains a lot. How do you get back here? Or did somebody just like drop that by accident and not realize it? I don't see any paths or anything. Not that everything has to have a path, but I'm a little bit curious. Let's just see if we might miss an area up here, and then we'll go north and this is his camp. Okay. Huh. I don't know. Maybe there's like a secret way to get there. If anybody knows or figures it out, let me know. But I think it's probably just a copy paste thing and somebody dropped it there. Okay, so now we get to do the Eldest. Meeting the oldest Fae in existence. Or at least the oldest not wild Fae. That should be fun. Yeah, some more hidden treasures over there, but not a pathway. Oh, who are you? Not a friend, it seems. Banshee. I said Banshee Princess, which would have been interesting, but Priestess. Not that tough, honestly. Wonderful face tougher ones inside. Only one way to find out. So I was thinking when you changed area, you got the orbs back, but apparently not. More damage boosts, so that's something. It's useful at least. Oh, our orbs are not following us. Maybe they are with us. It's just like a graphical glitch. That's interesting. It'd be cool if there was like a magic here that prevented them from following you, but I don't think the game is quite that advanced. Sprites. Don't really enjoy following sprites, so let's see what this does. Ooh, 8,000 damage. Not bad. There's somebody behind me. Facing Axie. One more sprite it looks like. Alright, make quick work of him. Moving right along. Obviously we're not at the end of the game yet, but I kind of feel like this game is the perfect length. Maybe a little tedious in some of the mid parts, but like I'm so glad the last two areas are a lot smaller. That makes a lot of sense to me, and I don't know if it was because of just development time or if that was the intent, but definitely feels like things are accelerating, which is good because I wouldn't want to do like 100 more side quests. I like the game, but not quite that much. Still some health and mana from him. Yeah, they seem not to have a lot of health. Emperor's Signet. I'm kind of curious what that does. I know like the king stuff is plus 100 health. Is Emperor's like, I don't know, a DLC item that has plus 120? Not that I want. Accessories. Oh, still 100 health. Maybe 80 is king and 100 is emperor. That would make sense. And is that a lore stone up there? Or in here? Interesting. Okay, not in here. Must be upstairs then. I guess it's just the door itself. Does Stone of Autumn? But where is it? Is it just the door? Am I missing something? I don't know. I apologize if I'm missing something cool to click on, but I don't see it. Maybe this Murgon knows. Let's use one of those damage boosts. Got plenty of them, and they use stick them to the end of the game, so. Even this late in the game, I'm still using the scroll wheel to try to zoom out, but can't zoom out, that just switches weapons. Alright, the scale, that's right. Okay, so here come some enemies, and try to kill the same amount of enemies on each scale, is that the idea? I have reached the spell Bisserain warned me about, the Great Scale. I must somehow summon and kill monsters in front of the door I wish to open. Okay, so I guess I have a choice, left door or right door. Maybe I have to kill them all at the same place. Okay, let's do this first. And then, did that count? It did, okay, cool. That spell didn't seem so difficult after all. There's a pile of rocks over here. There it is. Nothing really good though. Maybe we'll do some salvaging after this. Kelrod. The eldest of the Summer Fae, I assume?
Sorrow precedes you, mortal. It is almost enough to shift the Great Scale on its own. It has been centuries since my reverie was last disturbed. For what cause are you here? What could a mortal possibly want with me?
Oh, sorry to wake you from your nap. I feel like a lot of mortals would be interested in the eldest of the Fae. Tell me of yourself, Kelrod.
I was another of the wretches that the Weeping King saved when he first walked into the Feylands. When he pulled the rot of winter from me, I learned how I too could do the same. So I learned the finer points of his magic, and followed him as the first Delver.
Oh yeah, he is Winter Fae. From a distance I thought maybe Summer Fae with the purple hair, but nope. Who is Alarain?
Alarain and I have been apart for some time. I think it will be good when this business is over to resume our meditations together.
He must be the last of the Summer Fae. Tell me more of the Delvers.
Though all of the house are the followers of the Weeping King, the Delvers are his true disciples. They can delve into the sorrows of another, just as he did.
What else should I know about the House of Sorrows?
It was formed as a way to keep the winter traditions of decay and rot while building a winter court. But in time, we lost true sight of what the essence of winter was.
Makes sense. And what of the Sorrows themselves?
The Sorrows are the inheritance of the House of Sorrows, so to speak. We have been working at delving for centuries, collecting and shaping this magic. But we had never thought that it could be exploited. Do the Tuatha revere nothing?
Yeah, I like how his armor is like just kind of colorless, almost like dead leaves or dead trees in winter. I guess not dead, but sleeping trees in winter, or hibernating, or whatever you call trees in winter. Whereas the Summer Court's armor is more green and lively. And the Tenders?
They are Alarain's orders. In many ways, they are the stewards of the House of Sorrows. While Delvers deal in the spiritual, Tenders see to the corporeal.
So not winter and summer then, I guess I should just assume that. But the two oldest Fae of the Court of Winter, the oldest Delver and the oldest Tender. So you two are the eldest.
That moniker holds no meaning to a true Fae. What is age to the ageless, to the immortal?
Good point, I suppose. Although, I mean, they're immortal, but I guess like all fantasy games and books, or most at least, tend to fall to this trope. But immortal, you're not really immortal, you're like ageless. Like you can still be killed, you are mortal. Although I guess if they always come back, maybe they're not really mortal. But there does seem to be some way to like end the cycles, so I imagine the number of Fae just doesn't get like higher and higher forever and ever. Alright, Bisserain must find the Sorrows. But see, does he want them to protect them, or does he want them for himself? Maybe Bisserain is Saturnin. Alright, I'll go ahead and say it though. Biserain must find the sorrows.
Disarrain, I have been sealed in here for some time, mortal. But even I know this one. His is the hand that leads the House of Sorrows, no? I know something of the war this land cries of. I will serve. But before I go to his side, you must find Alarain. She and I are as one.
So what are you doing here?
Once, long ago, Alarain and I walked the midden as faithful devotees of the Weeping King. She a tender, and I a delver. We were the first of our kind. But when the Weeping King passed, there was nothing. The House of Sorrows that he had built no longer served death, but the winter court that it itself had created. So Alarain and I left. We came here. We devoted ourselves to the contemplation of death, as the Weeping King would have wanted.
Well, that doesn't sound very fun. Then I will find Alarain.
It means much to me that you wish to reunite us. We have been long in isolation, contemplating death. Perhaps too long. As you found me on one part of the scale, so will you find her on the other. Now I will leave my cell to wait for you both.
It seems there's a shortcut
Very
behind him
well.
though. Can we just go this way, or is this sealed and he walked into this room and I go around and talk to her? Probably the latter. Cool throne. Yeah, okay. So Alarain has to be the one to unlock that door. Maybe we can take a shortcut back this way? Ah, that's annoying. Why can't we go through that door at least? From this side. Alright, we'll get our steps in. Run around this way. Come on, Axie. And then I guess we'll have to summon more Murgon to kill on the other scale. Alright, let's press the button again. And we'll hide and wait. Here they come. Hello, friends. I wonder if I should let them get a little closer. Nope. Okay, yeah, I guess I killed like one on the scale, but only one. We'll try that again. Just like those guys on the bridge from that one endless quest forever ago. These guys don't seem to give XP. Okay, here they come. Let's actually de-summon Axie. I don't want them chasing him around. They're chasing me. Oh, I guess he already was de-summoned. Sorry, Axie. Come on, guys. On to the little place here. One more. I think that should do it. Yay, I heard a door slide open. There we go. Alright, Axie, you can come back now. Time to find Alarain, the first tender. There she is.
How curious. You are mortal, but your steps resound with a burden greater than any one mortal might ever hope to bear. More curious still is your presence here. The great scale is not idly moved, nor is my reverie broken without cause. What is your purpose?
Tell me of yourself, Alarain.
Of the Weeping King's disciples, we were the first. Standing on the edge of the midden, we bore witness to him, transforming our people into something more. We vowed to never let that memory fade. Though death did call, we remained in this world, so that the knowledge of the Weeping King persisted.
And Kelrod?
Along with the Weeping King, it was Kael'rod with whom I watched the rise of winter. We were fated to be the first tender and delver. I think too long have we been in these contemplations, isolated. When this affair is over, I think we will reunite in earnest.
What are your thoughts on the Delvers?
They are the heart of this collective. A Delver can take the sorrows into their being like the Weeping King did. Becoming a Delver means mastering his art.
And the House of Sorrows?
In the beginning, it venerated death. But in time, the house was revered by Winter Fae for its sacrifice.
Are the sorrows here?
The sorrows. They were meant to stand as a monument to the work of the house. And now they stand on being used as a tool for war. Despicable.
So you're one of the tenders.
Of that order I was the first. I had the strength to answer the Weeping King, and take the burden of other Fae, but I could not hear the sorrows within them. And so I was to honor the Midden and tend its depths, so that nature would forever know that we have honored her call for decay.
Interesting dichotomy there. So then you are one of the two eldest.
Kael'rod and I have lived long in this world, it is true. But our choice was not driven by some manner of self-preservation. It was to learn. All Fae return their life energy to Ashara on death. But the nature of Winter Fae, their essence, lies in the decomposition and decay of all things. Kael'rod and I have forsaken being reborn anew to embrace the rotting of the corporeal world among us. That is where nature truly lies.
Ishara, I'd like to know a little bit more about that. Is that like some force they go back to, or their god? I don't think I've heard that mentioned, at least not very much. And what do you know of the Weeping King?
The first king of the House of Sorrows, and perhaps the greatest winter fae to walk these lands. He taught us to delve and to bear the burden of winter, but when the realms of winter were freed of this burden, the Weeping King left this world, never to return. It has been long since that transpired. So long, in fact, that I cannot even recall his face or his presence. But it was powerful. Being in his presence was to know the sorrow of our race.
Interesting. So for a while we heard of the Weeping King just as like this ancient figure. But Fae are immortal. So he would still be around, having been reborn, right? So I wonder if we'll actually meet the Weeping King? Like, it doesn't seem to just be like a lore reference to flesh things out. I feel like there's going to be more to it. Biserain must find the sorrows.
I have felt the shifting of the scale. I know that Kael'rod has now ended his contemplations to serve the King of Sorrows. It is no small thing that he asks, for the knowledge that was given to us by the Weeping King was never to propagate nor to be exploited. But I know of the times that are upon us. Come, let us join with Kael'rod. If Biserain and you are to find the sorrows, then it is more than my knowledge you will need.
All right,
Goodbye.
let's meet Kael'rod in the chamber and get to it. Wonder if this is like the last quest here. Like, is Saturnin and or Biserain going to show up, or will there be more after this? Seems like there might be one more leg, but it could also be the big conclusion here. All right,
I am
guys.
gladdened that Kael'rod and I are united once again. But if Biserain truly seeks the sorrows, then he will need more than the knowledge of the Eldest. There is a key of sorts to the sorrows. It lies in the hollow of Sincere, the hollow of the Weeping King. We must recover it.
Interesting. So I guess it takes their knowledge and the key, because otherwise I feel like somebody would come across the key at some point. So I must recover this key.
Yes, a mortal is not suited to this task, perhaps, but I do not believe we have time to find another to do this for us. We have not asked you to reunite us without cause. Our efforts must be divided. Biserain must be instructed, and the key must be found. One of us will accompany you to Sincere, and the other will go to the house. We leave the choice to you, mortal.
Interesting. Okay. Does it matter who I take?
Kael'rod and I have different skills, but both of us are capable of guiding you through Sincere. I do not deny there will be hardships we must combat. For that, I rely on my Fey Blades, while Kael'rod uses his magics. Which is of more use is up to you.
Interesting. Part of me says Fey Blades, because she could be more of like a tank and a distraction, but I feel like the Fey magics are very powerful. I imagine being the eldest, I would think he would be particularly powerful, and I met him first, so let's bring Kael'rod with us.
Very well. Then I will go to the house and instruct Biserain on how to reach the sorrows. Farewell, mortal. I shall see you once you recover the key from Sincere. Goodbye.
Alright, so at least one more quest. I'm
And so it
imagining
falls
two
to us
more,
to claim
actually.
the key from Sincere. It will not be easy going, but I will lend my magic to your skill. We must move quickly if we are to beat the Tuatha to the Sorrows. I will wait for you in Sincere. Please, make haste.
Very well.
Alright, two magic buddies. Let's go. I hope he's sincere. Pun definitely intended. Alright, so where is Sincere? Is it in the last area here? It is. I kind of figured that. So let's go ahead and do the main quest first, and then we'll head to, I guess, the southern portion of the Kaled Coast and do this part of the quest, and probably finish the House of Sorrows, although I guess I could see it continuing into this area. TBD. How do we get out of here? Alright, run back this way. Looks like some enemies have respawned. Or maybe just more Murgon from the stone. Either way, I'm sure we'll make quick work of them. There's my orbs. Oh no, it's the sprites. Okay. Let's just meteor these guys. Anybody left? Nope. Flawless infected fulcrum. Interesting. Alright, one more time. So there's nothing here? I wonder if they added... Maybe it's like a spawn point for the Murgon, or... Maybe they added something at some point, but it didn't... Oh! Right there the entire time.
I discovered the greatest heights of magical power. I achieved everything and anything I desired, except to find one of them again. And inevitably, someone would remind me through their ugliness that somewhere, something as beautiful and perfect as that divine spirit existed. People will hurt you. People will try to use you. But this thing was different. Yes, I could trust it, and it would protect me from the callousness of others.
Okay, so it is a different mouse button, or different button each time. I guess mouse 1, mouse 2, or spacebar. Because I was ready with spacebar, and it was mouse 1 that time, and I'm almost positive the last time. Oh, Essence of Fate, that's cool. The time before that, it was left click. Something to keep an eye on for sure. Alright, well, I guess we'll do this fight, and then I will end the episode. I'm definitely excited for the main quest, too. This should be a fun one. The main quest definitely seems to have some cool dungeons and opponents and twists. More sprites. Frost champion. I can use meteor this time. We'll use mark of fire. Oh, that was a waste. Oh, okay, Vaxi already finished him off. Good job. Love the chakrams. Alright, well, let's go ahead and end things here then. When we come back, we'll do some shadow walking and advance the main quest. Should be really exciting. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you then.